Hi everyone, RachelPedd here. I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but this is my very first speed build for The Sims 4 on YouTube. This is something that I have been putting off for quite some time. It's quite a nerve-wracking thing doing a voiceover for a speed build, but I thought let's just start it, let's see where we go with it, and take it from there really, and just see what happens. So my first speed build is going to be this sort of weird, unique eco lifestyle home located in Evergreen Harbor. I did use a reference image from Pinterest for this build because I always use reference images for my builds because I feel like you get that sense of realism. Although I use reference images, a lot of the time I do sort of add my own spin on things. I'll sort of add my own little elements to it. So this window that you see going in here is completely, I say my idea, obviously a lot of people do this, but this is something that was not in the image on Pinterest. So yeah, I think the roofing here is quite interesting, the way it sort of worked out. I am a bit disappointed that I didn't make the complete top floor functional. That's the only thing that I'm a bit upset with really, because there were clipping issues with the roofing, and me personally I would find that quite annoying to sort of play in, so I assumed that everyone would think the same. If you do download this house, obviously by all means you can just go in and furnish it. So there's a strip which could be used as a corridor, and then there's a separate room. I was thinking of turning it into either a third bedroom, because this is a 2-bedroom build, or a large bathroom, but there is an office upstairs that goes out onto the balcony, so it's worked out quite well. But if you do want to make any adjustments to it, obviously you're more than welcome to. So still working on the exterior here. I decided to go for this curved sort of portion of the the build at the front. I think it works out quite nice. I did struggle with finding the right window shape and window style for this build because, like I said, the roofing was quite difficult to work with really. So yeah, I think it worked out quite nice though. I'm quite impressed with how it came out. The interior is really nice. Like I said, it's 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom, but it could be very easily extended, especially if you wanted to use the space upstairs. And it is fully play tested as well, so I had a sim go in and play test this build so that you won't have any issues with gameplay or anything like that if you do choose to download this house. So, still working on the exterior. I had an issue with this black roofing. I don't know if any of you have had this issue, but I had to undo all the work that I'd sort of gone in and done, because it just kept going black. So it was kind of annoying, but we worked it out in the end. Just choosing the sort of the trees and the bushes and the flowers outside as well. I decided to go for this dark blue. This blue swatch came with the Eco Lifestyle pack, and I absolutely love these swatches. I think they work really, really nicely, and I use them in a lot of my builds now, especially with that wood. And like I say, just doing a little bit of tweaks to the exterior. I like to add some small details to exteriors because I think it gives the builds a little bit more character, a bit more personality. It makes them stand out a bit more. So I do like to put a lot of sort of extra details in my builds in general, but especially on the exterior, because I think that's obviously the first thing that you see when you download houses from the gallery. So I think it's really important to sort of make them look quite unique and different. So I'm still working up, especially on the roof area. Like I say, this roof, I mean, I'm really pleased with how it came out, but it was quite, I'd say, difficult to sort of navigate around and make it look as it does now. I really, really wanted to get it to look as unique as I possibly could. And I've just added this extra portion on here because I felt like this side of the build was looking quite sort of flat and lackluster. So I added this just extra bit. Like I said, that is a part that I didn't decorate in this build, which looking back now, I kind of wish I had have done. But as I've said previously, if you do download this build, feel free. There are potentially 3 rooms upstairs that you could maybe have a look at and sort of decorate to how you want it to. So yeah, I think with the trees as well, what I like to do is I look around the world, what trees are being used in the world that I can use on this lot, so that then it looks more inclusive and it doesn't look like it stands out. I am planning on redoing most of the lots in Evergreen Harbor, so I think it's quite important that they don't look out of place. So still working on the exterior. I didn't actually realise how long this took me until you play it back, but I don't know whether we're finally moving on to the interior now. Possibly not, but yeah, so we're just going in again, adding a few little details, just trying out some new things, and just seeing what works really. You know, I'm one of these people that sort of goes in and does quite samey things, but every now and again I'll think, oh well, I might do that because that'll look a bit different. So sometimes I add the odd thing that's sort of out of character for me, but there's not much room at the back for a back garden. So I just added some trees. If you do want a back garden for this house, I mean, there's probably room for a small one, but I didn't really warrant it, so that's why I didn't turn it into one. So now we're finally on the interior. Just working out the floor plan here. So that room on the left there is the main bedroom with a bathroom in the middle, and that room on the right turned out to be a twin children's room, which I turned into quite a colourful sort of fun room for children to sort of hang out in. This whole space here is completely open plan. So just working on the kitchen now. Kitchens are one of my favourite rooms to work on in houses. I think they're so much fun. There's so much you can do with them. And I like mix and matching cabinets. I don't know why. I feel like if I use the same swatch cabinets, I feel like it can sometimes look a bit... Like, some people can make them look amazing, but I'm not one of those people. I feel like unless I use different ones, it just doesn't look right. So I like to mix it up a bit. And one other thing you'll probably notice is that I like to use a lot of plants in my builds. It's something that I've done for as long as I can remember. That there is a rug from the new stuff pack, Nifty Knitting, which is absolutely adorable. And these hanging plants, also from Nifty Knitting. How long have we been waiting for hanging plants? I don't know about anyone else, but I've been waiting a long time. So seeing them was really quite refreshing for me, and they're so much fun. We got so many swatches of these plants as well. So if you do end up buying the pack, you'll see that for yourself. So yeah, just going in. Again, I like to add candles as well to my builds. I think that's possibly because my house in real life is filled with candles. So I like to add them to my Sims houses as well. I just think it makes them look really cozy, and I feel like, you know, like when you walk into a house and the candle's on, you can sort of smell it, and it's just got this really nice, I don't know. I just really like candles. So again, just tweaking the kitchen, adding some clutter to make it look a little bit more realistic. Going in, these blinds were really, really annoying me. I think I ended up just changing them all together for a different blind. Yes, I do. So they're from my first pet stuff. So they actually work quite nicely. I do quite like the blinds from that pack, to be fair. So yeah, still working on the clutter. Just in the corner here, working out where to place everything. You've got to have a fruit bowl. I always have a fruit bowl in my kitchens, and just stepping back and seeing what the room looks like from a screenshot point of view as well, because my platform has mainly been Tumblr, so I'm very screenshot oriented, so I like to make sure that all angles look really good in screenshots. And I had a bit of a situation there with trying to place that plant on the counter. For some reason the camera just went off somewhere, so that was quite annoying. So going on to the living room now, I ended up doing like a corner sofa kind of design in this room, and I was playtesting it in between shooting this video, so you will find that when the next clip comes on, there is a half wall leading from the main door, so it sort of sections off the living room really, because I had to move everything over slightly because a sim couldn't navigate around the sofa basically. And that is one of my favourite rugs right there. Oh, the colours in that rug are just perfect, orange and blue, and I love it so much. And just trying to work out what to put there artwork wise, and I do like a little cabinet here with a plant candle. And what do I end up putting on there? I can't actually remember. Oh, yeah. I feel like that item from the Eco Lifestyle pack is perfect with the bottle and the glasses on, because if you don't know what to put somewhere, you can just put that on there and it pretty much works with everything. So I really like that. Again, dropping down, making sure that the build is looking okay so far. So I'm just trying to work out when you're going to see the shot with the half wall. I think it's going to be quite soon. That is another rug. The entrance rug is another rug from Nifty Knitting, by the way, which is really cute. We've got some really cute items with this pack. So if you are considering buying it and you are a builder, we've got some really cute stuff. And it's good for gameplay too. So if you're considering it, then just go for it. Moving on to the master bedroom here, just trying to work out where to put the bed. And what kind of bed that we wanted, what kind of colour scheme we wanted. I kept it quite neutral toned in here. I don't really know why. I guess I just wanted to bring that sort of natural, especially with the green and the woods and the creams. I guess I just wanted to keep it quite simple. I think one of the rooms I do struggle with decorating most is probably the bedrooms, and I don't really know why. I have so much fun decorating kitchens and living rooms, but I think bedrooms sometimes I struggle. I don't know, I think because there's not as much to go on, I suppose. Like with kitchens, you can put a lot of clutter down. That's possibly just me. So I end up doing like this entertainment centre thing with a very small TV in here. So I don't know how you all are going to feel about that, but hey ho, that's just what I came up with. And I don't do very much on this wall. I think looking back, I could have maybe put in a wardrobe or something, but I really did keep it quite simple in here. Just tweaking everything, making sure it all looks okay. Main bathroom, it's not very big, but it's functional. And it's a lot like most of my bathrooms in most of my builds, I'll be honest. It's just simple, it's functional. There's a little bit of sort of decoration going on, but not too much. And it, like I say, it's fully play tested, so it does work, and it works perfectly fine. So that's good. So yeah, just going in, again, adding a little bit of clutter just to make sure it looks as realistic as possible. That item there from Tiny Living, lifesaver. If you don't know what to put in your bathroom, just go in and put your Tiny Living thing there. I think it looks brilliant. So this is the children's room. This actually turned out to be really quite colourful and fun. So this carpet swatch, I believe, is from the university expansion pack, which I think works really well in this room. So it could be for 2 boys and 2 girls, or it could be for a boy and a girl. I mean, it really doesn't matter. It's sort of aimed to be gender neutral. Just ignore that black screen there. I think I accidentally pressed the window key while I was recording. I'm sure I'll get better, but I suppose I'll have to see how it goes. So just going in again, adding clutter, decorative items to make it look lived in, because let's be honest, kids' rooms aren't tidy and clean all the time, and there's going to be toys everywhere. And that little octopus there is actually from the Nifty Knitting stuff pack, and it is so cute. And we got some like knitted penguins as well. I think I ended up putting one on the other side of the room there, but I think they're so cute. I love them so much. So yeah, just adding some pictures on the wall to try and tie the room together a little bit. Adding some night lights, you know, for those monsters under the bed. No one wants to have to deal with that. So yeah, they've got a computer in here to do the homework on. And yeah, I think it just turned out to be quite a fun room, really. I think we ended up putting 2 rugs down as well from the Nifty Knitting pack, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure we do. They ended up working really well, actually, because the colour schemes on each end of the room ended up being the colour schemes in the rugs. So I think it worked out really, really nicely. Just going in again and making sure that obviously all the swatches are matching and everything looks okay. Adding some rucksacks again, clutter, you know, probably take the rucksacks to school and bring them home. And then I believe I go back outside, and yes, I do. So I had some ladders here because I ended up putting an office just in this small room here, and an outdoor seating area, which is quite nice. So as it gives your Sims the option to you know, use that space as and when they want to, really. As I say, the other 2 rooms on the other side can be fully utilised. I just chose not to because of the roof clipping situation. That's just a personal preference thing for me. If it's something that you don't mind, by all means, if you do download this build, you can convert those rooms into pretty much anything. You know, it could be, like I say, a 3rd bedroom, a bathroom, another office, it could be a 2nd living area, whatever you wanted, really. So yeah, we've got a barbecue here, we've got an outdoor seating area, and just adding some like plant pots. And this is the office. So I wanted to keep it quite rustic looking. I didn't go mad on the interior, but I did use a lot of items from the Eco Lifestyle pack. A lot of my recent builds do use these items because they're very much my style and I like using them in my builds. So if you don't have the pack, then you're probably going to struggle with some of my more recent builds. Yeah, again with the curtains and everything, just going in, adding a nice little chair area here. I put a side table on as well, obviously, you know, so your Sims can drink coffee and look out the window and before they go work in their office. So yeah, adding some lights. How good is it that they've added these lights, these new lights to the base game? They're like really cheap, and I size them right down so you can't actually see them in the build. I don't know whether that's going to be an issue for people who are more gameplay focused, because I don't know how easy it's going to be to turn the lights on and off. If you've got auto lights on, I can't imagine it being too much of an issue. I've just got this thing about those lights being seen. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just they just look better to me if they're not visible. So working on the exterior again, just adding some more landscaping here, and then I do add some final touches to this porch area as well. It turns out, I think, quite nice. I sort of put a lot of plants outside as well, because let's face it, it is an eco build. So yeah, I will leave it here, guys, and screenshots incoming. So if you want to see some screenshots of the build, by all means. Thank you very much. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.